Happy New Year. I'm Greg Groogan in Houston.
I'm Stephen Dial in Dallas.
And I'm Rudy Koski in Austin, and this is Texas, The Issue Is.
This week in the nation's capital, elected lawmakers, old and new, have gathered for a fresh session of a now divided Congress. Among them, Wesley Hunt, a Trump-backing Houston area conservative many view as a rising star in the Texas Republican delegation. Newly elected Republican Congressman Wesley Hunt insists the deepening immigration crisis along the Texas border is a clear and present danger to America's sovereignty and security.
2.5 million people last year, about 4.5 million people total that we know of. Enough fentanyl has poured into this country to kill every American 5 times. This is flat out un-American. And what we can do in the House is make sure that we fund our border security agents. We actually build a wall and actually implement other parts of border security and actually take this seriously.
Hunt, a former U.S. Army combat helicopter pilot, is joining other GOP lawmakers who label the Mexican cartels an existential threat.
We have usurped that power to that entity, to basically a terrorist group, and we in the House have got to make sure that we take control of our border. This is a sovereign nation. We need to know exactly who is coming in and out of our country. It's our constitutional right, and we must implement it.
A veteran of the Texas oil patch, Hunt has pledged to push back on President Biden's anti-carbon policies.
Nobody is against renewable energy. We actually want to get to that next abundant and affordable clean energy source, but you cannot get there without LNG. You cannot get there without oil. We have got to stop the assault on our #1 industry, not just in Houston, but in our state. There's also an issue of national security. When we wage war against our own industry, we only empower China, we empower Russia, we empower Iran and other rogue nations. And we have got to make sure that we are the ones that can supply our own country and our allies with good, clean LNG, fossil fuel oil, you name it, because everything that we use is a byproduct of oil and energy. We've got to get this right, and we have an opportunity to do that in the 118th Congress.
Hunt says in the newly formed 38th Congressional District, inflation is ravaging family budgets, and he blames profligate government spending by Joe Biden and Democrats.
And our inflation continues to spike, and it's only going to get worse with this disastrous policies that we've seen from the Biden administration. And if you think a $1.7 trillion bill that just got passed last week is going to remedy this problem, you are sorely mistaken.
As for who Republicans should choose in their quest to regain the White House, Hunt is siding with the former president.
That's what we have primaries for. We have to let this cake bake. We'll see how it all shakes out. But right now, amongst primary voters, President Trump is up around 20 points. And we'll see how this whole thing shakes out. But I got a pretty confident feeling that it's going to remain that way, especially in the Republican primary.
With his first days beneath the Capitol dome, immersed in the contentious battle to lead the slim Republican House majority, Hunt says he's completely undaunted.
This is how our system works. Sometimes democracy is messy, but by God, this is the best system in the entire world. And as somebody that's lived in Saudi Arabia and flew combat missions in Iraq, I can tell you that the last few days, while frustrating, is better than anywhere else in the entire world.